I've been planting seeds for so long, trying to trust the unseen ground, praying words into the silence without hearing a sound. And sometimes I start wondering if any of it matters still, if the things I've held in faith will ever match your will. Then a gentle voice reminds me as the evening settles low, not everything that's growing is something you can show. Maybe more is happening than you can see, can see. Maybe heaven is moving quietly. Maybe the prayers you think are unanswered are becoming what you need. Hey! Maybe more is happening than you can see, can see. Even when the progress feels slow, the roots are growing in the darkness, long, long before the flowers show. Maybe you've been feeling discouraged, watching nothing seem to change. Doing all you know to do, yet tomorrow looks the same. Maybe you're tired of believing, tired of hoping once again, because disappointment keeps whispering, this is how it's always been. Shakes the canyon without a single hurricane, and the stars appear each evening without asking for praise. Maybe more is happening than you can see. Maybe heaven is moving quietly. Maybe the prayers you think are unanswered are becoming what you need. Maybe more is happening than you can see. Even when the progress feels slow, the roots are growing in the darkness, long before the flowers show. What if the waiting is not empty? What if it's sacred after all? What if God is building something stronger behind an unseen wall? What if the strength you're gaining now will matter somewhere down the road? And what if every silent season has been preparing your soul? Maybe more is happening than you can see, can see. Maybe this is not the end of the dream. Maybe the miracle you've been praying for is closer than it seems. Maybe more is happening than you can see, can see. Tonight you don't have to understand. Just remember that the God who planted hope still holds it in his hand. Trust the roots, trust the rain. Some of the best things in life, trust the roots, trust the rain, grow unseen. Yeah. Some nights feel longer lately than I ever thought they could. I've been carrying this sadness, trying my best to be good, but healing feels so distant, and hope feels hard to find when the same old pain keeps showing up in the middle of the night. Then a gentle voice reminds me, as I sit with all this ache, pain can visit for a season, but it was never meant to stay. I promise this won't hurt forever, forever. Even if it feels that way tonight, even if the weight upon your shoulders feels too heavy to fight, I promise this won't hurt forever, forever. The wound is not the whole story now. There is healing moving toward you, even if you don't know how. Maybe you've been feeling trapped inside a chapter that won't end, watching the same tears return again and again. Maybe you're afraid this sadness is all you'll ever know, because you've carried it so long now, it's become familiar somehow. But when I never ask the flowers if they're ready for the spring, yet somehow life keeps returning to everything. I promise this won't hurt forever, forever. Even if it feels that way tonight, even if the weight upon your shoulders feels too heavy to fight, I promise this won't hurt forever, forever. The wound is not the whole story now. There is healing moving toward you, even if you don't know how. What if your heart is recovering in ways too small to see? What if every breath you're taking is part of being free? What if God is mending pieces you thought were gone for good? And what if tomorrow's version of you will understand what today never could? I promise this won't hurt forever, forever. The night is not as endless as it seems, and the tears you've cried in secret are watering future dreams. I promise this won't hurt forever. One day you'll look behind and know that while you thought you were only surviving, you were learning how to grow. Stay for one more sunrise, stay for one more day. Healing is often closer than the pain will say. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. I've been looking at my weaknesses more than anything else these days, counting all the ways I've struggled, all the times I've lost my way. And sometimes I start believing that I'm less than I should be, like everyone else is growing while I'm stuck becoming me. Then a gentle voice reminds me, as the night begins to fall, You're looking at the broken pieces and forgetting the whole. What if you're not as broken as you think? Whoa. What if you're stronger than your fears allow? What if the heart you're disappointed in is still becoming now? What if you're not as broken as you think? What if grace sees beauty underneath? What if the parts you're trying to hide are where healing starts to breathe? Maybe you've been carrying regrets long after they should have gone, holding no mistakes against yourself for far too long. Maybe you've been expecting perfection from a soul that's learning day by day, while forgetting every mountain you've already found a way to face. Oh, the moon still shines through shadows, the stars still burn unseen, and beautiful things keep growing in places in between. What if you're not as broken as you think? What if you're stronger than your fears allow? What if the heart you're disappointed in is still becoming now? What if you're not as broken as you think? What if grace sees beauty underneath the parts you're trying to hide? Oh, where healing starts to breathe. What if God is not focused on everything you've done wrong? What if He's looking at the courage that kept you holding on? What if heaven sees a story still being written with love, and every chapter you've survived matters more than enough? What if you're not as broken as you think? What if this is not the end of your becoming? What if every scar you've carried has been teaching something? What if you're not as broken as you think? Tonight you can let the self-doubt rest, because the God who made your heart still calls it blessed. Be kind to yourself. You're still growing, and grace is not finished with you yet. Yeah. Some days I wake up hopeful, some days I barely try, some days the weight feels lighter, some days I don't know why. I thought healing would be simple, a straight road I could follow through, but it feels more like a journey with skies of every shade of blue. Then a gentle voice reminds me when I feel like I've lost ground. Just because today feels harder doesn't mean you're not healing now. What if you're healing even on the hard days? What if growth is happening underneath? What if every time you choose to keep going, you're becoming stronger than you think? What if you're healing even on the hard days? What if grace is working through it all, even when your heart feels fragile? Love is catching every fears came back again, and you thought that meant you're failing, or starting from the end. Maybe you've forgotten healing isn't always moving straight. Sometimes it's learning how to keep believing on the days you have to wait. The ocean still reaches the shoreline, even when the waves pull back, and hearts can still be healing while walking through the dark. But if you're healing, even on the hard days, hard days. But if growth is happening underneath, what if every time you choose to keep going, you're becoming stronger than you think? What if you're healing even on the hard days, hard days? What if grace is working through it all, even when your heart feels fragile? Love is catching every fall. What if progress isn't measured by never feeling pain again? Yeah. What if progress is discovering you can face it and still stand? What if every difficult morning is proof that hope remains? Because despite everything you've carried, you're still choosing faith. What if you're healing even on the hard days, hard days? What if the story's better than it seems? What if every tear you've cried in secret is watering future dreams? What if you're healing even on the hard days, hard days? Tonight you don't have to understand, just trust that the God who started healing still holds your hand. One breath at a time, one prayer at a time. Healing is happening even tonight. I've been fighting with my thoughts again, trying to quiet every fear, trying to fix every emotion, trying to make it disappear. But the harder that I wrestle, the more exhausted I become, like I'm carrying 1,000 worries. When the day is finally done, then a gentle voice reminds me, as the moonlight fills the room, you don't have to defeat every shadow before you can rest. What if you don't have to win every battle tonight, tonight? What if peace can find you where you are? What if resting isn't giving up, but trusting love with the dark? What if you don't tonight? What if grace is enough for this moment? What if your weary heart can finally stop trying to carry everything? Maybe you've been overthinking every feeling that appears, trying to understand your sadness, trying to outrun your fears. Maybe you've been believing that healing means never falling down, when healing might just mean getting back up somehow. The stars don't fight the darkness, they simply choose to shine. And maybe your heart doesn't need to fight every thought tonight. What if you don't have to win every battle tonight, tonight? trust in love with the dark. What if you don't have to win every battle tonight, tonight? Oh, what if grace is enough for this moment? What if your weary heart can finally stop trying to carry everything? What if God is not expecting a perfect version of you? What if He's sitting beside you in everything you're going through? What if the goal isn't perfection? What if it's simply learning this, that even in your weakest moments, you are still deeply loved? Whoa. What if you don't have to win every battle tonight, tonight? What if tomorrow can wait until it comes? What if this moment is only asking for one more breath, not more? What if you don't have to win every battle tonight, tonight, tonight? You can let the pressure go, because the God who watches over tomorrow is watching over you now. Close your eyes, let it rest. Not every battle needs to be won before you can sleep. Sometimes I look behind me at all the years gone by, the chances that I missed, the dreams I left behind. And a voice inside keeps asking, what if you waited far too long? What if the life you hoped for has already come and gone? Then a gentle voice reminds me, as the evening turns to gold, don't confuse a slow season with the finished road. What if your best chapter hasn't happened yet? What if the story still has more to say? What if the pages you've been worried about are making room for better days? Oh, what if your best chapter hasn't happened yet? What if grace is still opening doors? What if the dream you almost buried is still worth hoping for? Maybe you've been feeling older than the dreams inside your heart, wondering if the time for trying has already passed. Maybe you've been looking backward more than looking up ahead, letting no disappointments rewrite what God has said. But the sunrise never asks how long the night has been. It's simply your eyes with light and begins again. pages with him. The story is still breathing, the journey still unfolds, and some of God's best gifts arrive later than we expect. I've been watching the horizon, looking for a sign to come, praying for a different ending, praying for the waiting to be done. Some days hope feels easy, some days it feels far away, and I've wondered if my prayers are reaching heaven anyway. Then a gentle voice reminds me as the stars begin to shine, just because you cannot see it doesn't mean I've stopped working. What if God is working while you wait? What if something beautiful is taking shape? What if every silent day is building something faith will celebrate? What if God is working while you wait? What if grace is moving underneath? What if the answer you're longing for is already finding its way to you? Maybe you've been counting days since the last time hope felt strong, trying to stay patient while the road feels long. Maybe you've been fighting thoughts that tell you nothing's changed, while heaven has been arranging things beyond what you can explain. Those beneath the forest never rush to touch the sky. Yeah, everything that's growing needs sun, same time. What if God is working while you wait? What if something beautiful is taking shape? What if every silent day is building something faith we'll celebrate? What if God is working while you wait? Hey, what if grace is moving underneath? What if the answer you're longing for is already finding its way to you? What if the waiting isn't empty? What if it's full of hidden grace? What if God is strengthening your heart before the blessing takes its place? What if tomorrow's miracle needs today's faith to survive? And what if every prayer you've whispered is still very much alive? What if God is working while you wait? What if this is not the end of the dream? What if the breakthrough you've been hoping for is closer than it seems? What if God is working while you wait? Tonight you can let your worries rest, because the God who writes your future is still writing his best. Trust the process, trust the timing. Some miracles begin long before they arrive. I've been staring at this chapter for what feels like far too long, reading the same painful pages, wondering where I belong. And sometimes I start believing this is all my life will be, a story filled with waiting and unfinished dreams. Then a gentle voice reminds me, as the night begins to fade, one chapter never tells the story of a life I've made. What if this isn't the chapter that defines you, defines you? What if there's so much more ahead? What if the pages that feel the hardest are not the pages where you win? What if this isn't the chapter that defines you, defines you? What if hope is closer than it seems? What if God is already writing beyond your current scene? Baby, you've been feeling trapped inside a season that won't move, watching the same door stay closed no matter what you do. Maybe you've been losing faith in things you used to believe, because disappointment has a way of making hope hard to see. But the tree doesn't stop growing during the winter cold, and some of the strongest roots are formed beneath the snow. What if this isn't the chapter that defines you, defines you? What if there's so much more ahead? What if the pages that feel the hardest are not the pages where you win? What if this isn't the chapter that defines you, defines you? What if hope is closer than it seems? Oh, what if God is already writing beyond your current scene? What if the struggle is teaching something come but never could? What if the road you're resisting is becoming something good? What if heaven sees a future far beyond this present pain? And what if one day you'll thank God for not letting you remain the same? What if this isn't the chapter that defines you, defines you? What if your story is still unfolding now? What if the best parts of your journey are quietly forming somehow? What if this isn't the chapter that defines you, defines you? Tonight you can let your fears grow still, because the author of your story is still holding the pen. Keep turning the page, keep holding the light. This chapter is important, but it's not your whole life. Oh, yeah. I've been searching for clarity in every corner of my mind, trying to make sense of the future, trying to leave no doubt behind. But every answer seems to lead me to another question still, and I'm getting tired of carrying things I was never meant to feel. Then a gentle voice reminds me as I watch the evening sky, you don't need to understand everything to know that you'll be alright. What if you're allowed to rest in the uncertainty? What if peace can live beside the unknown? What if you don't need every answer to know you're not alone? Hey, what if you're allowed to rest in the uncertainty? Oh, what if grace is bigger than your doubt? What if God is already holding the things you're worried about? Maybe you've been chasing certainty, like it's the only way to breathe, trying to control tomorrow before tomorrow even speaks. Maybe you've been carrying questions that no one could explain, while heaven keeps offering comfort instead of taking away the rain. The stars don't know the morning, yet they still light up the night. And maybe faith is trusting without having all the signs. What if you're allowed to rest in the uncertainty? What if peace can live beside the unknown? What if you don't need every answer to know you're not alone? What if you're allowed to rest in the uncertainty? What if grace is bigger than your doubt? What if God is already holding the things you're worried about? What if the road becomes clearer, one step at a time? What if the light you need tomorrow isn't needed tonight? What if the heart that's always searching could finally be still and trust the one who sees the mountains beyond every hill? What if you're allowed to rest in the uncertainty? What if that's where peace begins? Not in having all the answers, but in trusting love again. In the uncertainty, tonight you can't release the need to know, because the God who holds forever already holds tomorrow. The answers can't wait, the peace can't stay, and grace is enough for today. Ooh, yeah. I've been living in tomorrow more than I've been living here, thinking of 100 problems that may never appear. My mind keeps building bridges to places I haven't been, turning possibilities into burdens again and again. Then a gentle voice reminds me as the night grows soft and still. You're carrying future worries that were never yours to feel. What if tomorrow isn't as heavy as you think? What if the fear is bigger than the truth? What if the road ahead has mercy waiting there for you? What if tomorrow isn't as heavy as you think? What if grace arrives right on time, just like it always has before, in every season of your life? Maybe you've been rehearsing heartache before the story even starts, preparing for disappointment to protect your heart. Maybe you've been borrowing troubles from days that haven't come, missing all the peace available in the gift of this wine. The birds don't fear the morning, the rivers don't fear the sea, and somehow all creation trusts what it cannot fully see. What if tomorrow isn't as heavy as you think? What if the fear is bigger than the truth? What if the road ahead has mercy waiting there for you? What if tomorrow isn't as heavy as you think? What if grace arrives right on time, just like it always has before, in every season of your life? What if the strength you're searching for is waiting in tomorrow too? What if today's job isn't solving everything, but simply making it through? What if God never asked you to carry the future tonight? What if He only asked you to trust Him with the next sunrise? What if tomorrow isn't as heavy as you think? What if the story bends toward good? What if the things you're most afraid of never happened like that?